The Augusta Police Department is home to everyday heroes, officers doing their work day in and day out. Now, this team has received a complimentary accreditation. The Augusta Police Department has received accreditation through the Maine Law Enforcement Accreditation Program, a voluntary process where police agencies in Maine prove their compliance with Maine law enforcement's current best practices or standards. The department recently met 162 standards for police departments across the state. Augusta is now one of 8 departments in the state that have received this accreditation.
We are very proud of the accomplishment. When I first started police work, the only option for accreditation was to go through a very costly process. So for us to be able to achieve this is certainly something we have set our sights on and are very proud of. It made us realize where we were, where we can be, and where we want to go. And then it also, again, gives the opportunity for that transparency for the community. So they can see what we do on a daily basis. They can see the standards that are set before them instead of just oh, I think the police should operate this way. Certainly a set of guidelines that both law enforcement and the community should be able to utilize and benefit from.
One of the areas where the department really excelled was in record keeping. The team has led the way by reorganizing and maximizing the space in their current facility to safely and secure evidence.
We have more DVDs in this locker, and then down in here is where I store and log all evidence. It gets logged into a computer and stored here on the shelves, and it remains there until prosecution. I really credit the chief of police during this because he's the one who really gave the green light for after hours work on this, because my normal role still has to take place in this during this time. So the after hours is where the magic kind of happened in here, and cleaning it out, organizing, setting it up so it makes sense to me. I think this role as a court officer in evidence management, you have to have at least a tinge of obsessive compulsive disorder because everything is very, very organized in here, and it needs to be in order to find it. That coupled with just the teamwork in the records division coming in and everybody working together on it really helped us get to our goals.
One of the important elements of the accreditation was how the department trains new officers.
Their training of personnel was one of the standards. Typically, we would always just attend a training, receive a sign-off, and then we would consider that adequate. There's now standards that are required for showing proofs of understanding of them, to include entry-level understanding, being able to show their proficiency, as well as to be able to show their ability to be an instructor, if that should be the case.
Despite a very old station with water leaks and an antiquated building that was noted by the review panel, the department has found ways to work around the challenges and earn the recognition. There
are times where if there's storms or inclement weather, we have to kind of shift our resources to taking care of leaks within the building, taking care of other issues that on a daily basis the officers should not have to deal with. They should be out on the road handling calls, taking care of their community, working in their districts. And in turn, several of us would end up having to actually mitigate leaks, things of that nature.
Chief Mills and the entire department were recognized by the City of Augusta in March with a departmental citation accepted by the chief via Zoom.
There was a lot of people who were involved making this happen. This is such a humbling experience for any police department to go through, because you think you're doing it right. I thought we've done it right for 20 years, and it's not that we weren't, but there's always ways to do it better. To have this come through and to point things out and to improve is what it's all about. And we'll continue to do that every step of the way.
This accreditation acknowledges the outstanding work of the Augusta Police Department and shines a spotlight on their role in the community. Greg Glynn, MC News.